Failure, the harsh reality of relying on one lead source. And I know it's harsh. It's not necessarily going to mean failure, but it's going to mean difficulty, stress, anxiety, worry. And I know this because I built my business on one lead source and it kept me trapped. It kept me insanely overworked. It kept me working hard rather than working smart. And I don't want that for you. I want you to have a much easier life. I want you to be able to focus on the things that you love, doing what you love, with whom you love, when you love. And in order to be able to do that, you need to be making sure that you have multiple streams of leads. I don't know if you've seen the meme that flies around where it says the average millionaire's got 7 streams of income. Well, you need to have 7 streams of leads into your business. Now, make sure that you do please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and make sure that you stay tuned for more episodes coming up. This is vital for you to capture this message. One lead source is ultimately going to make you stuck, because what happens if leads dry up? I know many advisors and business owners who build a business purely based on referrals. Now, referrals are fantastic, but they're unpredictable. You don't know when the next one's coming. You have to have a process in place in order to be able to make referrals work for you rather than you having to work for the referrals. But the key thing is, what happens if clients decide, what happens if you give a bad service? What happens if one of your team members doesn't give the required service that you need to? You know, bad news travels like wildfire. And if one person tells one friend, then all of a sudden something goes insanely wrong. I spent 10 years buying leads, names and numbers, as I'm sure you know, and relying on just that one lead source. You know, we had multiple companies that we purchased from, but the problem is they're a business as well. They're trying to make profit, and they were selling the leads to more than one advisor and one business owner. If all you're doing is buying your leads, what happens if those websites stop performing? What happens if the algorithms change? What happens if the way the advertising companies work change? If you're relying solely on introducers, estate agents, accountants, what happens if they meet somebody at a BNI meeting or their local networking event and all of a sudden they decide that they are their new best friend and begin to refer to that individual? You can't just rely on one lead source. You have to start focusing on how can you build a digital marketing machine that is going to be talking to the next generation. Because the thing that I can tell you, and you will see from previous episodes on this podcast, the biggest generation is millennials and Gen Z. And where are they hanging out? They're hanging out on holding their phone. They're looking at their screens consistently. They want speed. They want efficiency. They want it fast, and they want it on their phone. So having an end-to-end lead generation system as part of your 7 streams of leads, yes, have referrals. Yes, potentially buy some leads. Yes, leverage some leads from estate agents or other forms of introducers. But don't neglect the most important thing in the 2020s, which is the digital marketing environment. Within that, you've got all the different social media channels. You've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got LinkedIn, you've got TikTok. You've then got other marketing channels like emails, ads on Facebook and on Google and on LinkedIn. You know, you've got ways in which you can build attention, build an audience, capture a following through things like ebooks, websites, online events. That's where people want to interact and have a closer relationship with you. Social media has changed the marketing game massively. And if you're not putting yourself out there, then somebody else is going to be building their brand, is going to be capturing your clients, and is going to be earning money faster than you. Referrals and recommendations, great. Buying leads can work. Estate agents and introducers, fantastic. But all of those are in the hands of other people. You have no direct control over the long-term relationship, over the consistent results, and over the speed and efficiency of it working. You are relying on the referrer, the lead company, and the introducer to give you a quality lead. But there was a saying that one of my early mentors has always preached, which is, You get what you pitch for. Now, with the beauty of digital marketing, the beauty of blog writing, on doing video on YouTube, in getting what you pitch for, you're always pitching. Daniel Priestley said that. And the beauty is when you go out there saying, I will only work with first-time buyers who are married and have kids. I only work with self-employed business owners who are company directors with 2 years limited company accounts. I only work with buy-to-let landlords with more than 6 properties. Guess what happens? You start to attract those people. You start to get referrals with people just like them. You know, if you're a landlord with 6 properties, you're probably going to know landlords with 6 properties because you hang around. What is it they say? You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with. And most business owners that I've met like to spend time with business owners just like them. They have, yes, friends and family. They have people that aren't just like them, but that's how you learn, develop, improve, and grow, is by surrounding yourself with people who are on a similar journey, heading towards potentially a different destination, because your journey and your destination is related to you. But if you don't start marketing and lead generating and building a digital marketing automated system right now, your business is going to be left behind. Generation Z, millennials, metaverse, the online world, you have to start now. The time that you invest into posting every day is half an hour to create the content, half an hour to engage with the content. That 1 hour could engage with 20, 30 people. Where else could you go and engage with 20, 30 people in one day? The consistency of showing up is what ultimately gets results. You can have multiple streams of leads through a digital marketing plan, through understanding your ideal niche, through content marketing in multiple different ways and multiple different channels, through using social media and all the different social media platforms, through using other marketing tactics that will help your social media to get more results, other marketing tactics that will build bigger and better relationships. And then once you've started to build those foundations, you can grow your channels, you can grow your leads, you can grow your reach, your engagement, and your brand for both you personally and your business. The big thing that social media has changed is the need for people to buy from people. It's a people-based platform. Having a business online now is fantastic, great. But all it is brand awareness. People actually want to know who they are dealing with, who is doing their mortgage, who is selling them the product, who is the leader of the company, what they stand for, what their beliefs are. People like you want to work with you. And as soon as you start building an automated digital marketing machine that generates multiple streams of leads, it's not going to happen overnight. Of course it's not. You know, my journey has been one where it was, let's do 1 post a day on Facebook. Now let's start doing a video every single week. Now let's start doing some live videos. Now let's produce a blog. Now let's create an ebook that clients can download so I can capture their email address. Now let's start sending them emails. Now let's build a brochure for my business that talks about all the products and services that we can send out to clients and we can email to clients. But if you never start on the building blocks, you never end up with a digital marketing machine. And the only way that your business is going to survive for the long term, that it's going to become future-proof, that it's going to give you an income that you deserve, that's going to make you the money that you want, so you can take home £100,000 plus to do the things that you love with who you love. Everything starts with marketing. Marketing leads to sales. Sales leads to operations. Operations leads to finances. So I hope that I've given you enough knowledge, know-how, ideas, strategies, tactics that you can use to start your digital marketing machine. It all starts with identifying who your ideal client is. Then it begins creating content for your ideal client. And there are multiple different channels. There are multiple different ways. You can do podcasts, you can do videos, you can create blogs, you can do white papers, you can do articles. There are millions of ways to get in front of your ideal client. It's just about how you can do that in the shortest possible time, how you can get the fastest result with the least amount of effort. That is working smart rather than working hard. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. Remember, now's the time to become pro.